Um, it's a little rusty. There's some things that I got a chance to work on this week, and just hoping that I can go out there and play a little bit better.
How closer do you feel to being full?
I'm still taking it practice by practice, day by day. It's a long season, and it's a long process, and I'll be, at this level, you work on that every week of the season, and you'll work on it until the end of the season.
Would you say it was mental or physical rest?
Say it again.
Would you say the rest was mental or physical, or both?
What rest?
The rust. You said
The rust. Oh, both. Mental and physical. Just getting back in the game, and then, some things where my feet are, some techniques, and just stuff like that.
What about the chemistry with your fellow linemen, or particularly with Max? How do you think that went, especially with limited practice together?
Great, man. Because we interact with each other all of us interact with each other every day. In the offensive line room, we're in there learning the same thing. We have a great room, so we're allowed to talk to each other and share each other's thoughts throughout the meeting. So it made it easy going in there and communicating with him because we all talk to each other and communicate on a daily basis.
Anything about your play that surprised you so far?
Can you clarify?
Good or bad?
Nothing surprised. Like I said, just trying to keep improving, trying to keep improving until I'm playing at my best level.
Since you know what it means and what it takes to win, and I know it's a kind of a cliche question, but what would it mean to this team to go on the road and be a really good team away from home?
It mean a lot. We're just putting in so much work and so much time. That's the goal is put in this work, put in the time, and go out there and perform our best and hopefully come out with a W.
Can you talk about the matchup that you guys have? Did you change the ends on the sides of the plan? Just thoughts on Darren and Clowney,
Man, those are two freakishly great athletes. Played against both of them throughout my career, and it's every single time you see why they're so good. They're both fast. They both move around. They have great movement skills, and it just seems like they're out there and they get the freedom to do what they need to do to make plays, and that's what they do. It's going to be a great challenge versus two great guys. The whole defense, they have a pretty good defense.
What
you saying?
On last week, you all kept Tyrod pretty clean in the pocket and kept him upright. What would it mean for you all to go into Cleveland and be able to do the exact same thing?
That's our goal. The less we hear about ourselves is the better. So we're going to do our best to keep him up and keep him from being touched. That's our job, and we aim to do our job.
Coley said last week you were in a little bit of a pitch count. How did that conversation go this week? Are you prepared to go for full games?
I'm just doing whatever they tell me to do. It's kind of like I said before. We got a great staff, very knowledgeable, and the communication's there. So I'm gonna do whatever they say. If they say, "Hey, we looked at your numbers and it looks like you could do this," then I'll do that. If they say we don't like your numbers or something, I don't know. I'm just a player, and I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help the team, and whatever they say that is, that's what I'm going to do.
What was your first impression of David Culley?
First impression, well, my uncle played at Vanderbilt, and Coach Culley was a coach there. And then Marshall Newhouse, a good friend of mine, played with him. So I kind of had, not Marshall. That wasn't Marshall played with Campton, but my uncle played for Coley. I guess he was an assistant coach or something like that. So I kind of got a little bit from him, and then first meeting him, going to the office and talking to him it was pretty cool. He's a pretty down to earth coach, but he's very knowledgeable and he's great. It's awesome being able to play for him.
Have you had conversations, like, not about football, have you just had conversations in his office or anything like that?
We've had a couple conversations before, just about how things were going for me and just normal new player coach conversations, and yeah, I'm very excited to play for him.
How did it feel for you personally being out there? I know you talked about being rusty, but earlier we talked to Justin, hadn't played for a while. What did it mean to you to kind of be out there on the field and mixing it up?
Man, when we first got out there, I could feel my feelings kind of raising up because it was, man, I really missed this game. I really missed it. I had fun, great times with my family. My kids are homeschooled, so we got to do a little, PE workouts before and, hang out with them, go fishing in our pond and, just do stuffs that, I usually wouldn't get to do in that year. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. It's hard to watch games sometimes, just seeing everybody out there, my friends, and, everybody just having a good time flying around. But, coming back, it was kind of emotional, and I was excited to come and play. And, I'm very thankful. I thank God every day that I'm back and I'm here this year to play, and I'm thankful, and I'm going to make the best out of it.
I imagine that with your experience and some of the success you have, you still get nervous before games? Were you more nervous for this one than you were for some of the other ones?
I've always been a nervous test taker, no matter how much I study. But it's always, and I wouldn't say nervous about doing something wrong. It's just nervous because you always strive to do everything right. And we know that may not be possible, but that's where my nervousness comes from, because I want to do everything right and I want to make sure I'm not letting the team down. So that's where I get a little nervous. But it goes away once the game starts. You get out of your head and you're like, chill out. You've done this before. Go out there, play free.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
They have guys that have range, that have speed, that can cover the field, and good ball skills. You see lots of instances where a receiver or a tight end has the ball caught and is coming down, and they're able to play through hands and get it out. And so they have a good finish even when people think a play is over.
Great. So today being Coach Cully's birthday, did you guys do anything special for him today?
We had a moment where they played a video for him in a team meeting, and we made all the rookies get up and sing him happy birthday. Standard procedure.
Who's the best singer?
There is no good singer in our rookie group. It's actually surprising. Typically in a draft class, there's at least one person who's talented. This is a first for me.
So who's the worst?
Who's the worst? Pretty much all of them. They're really bad. They're actually really terrible.
So did y'all laugh at him?
I mean, at this point, we've heard him sing a bunch of times. That's why we keep making him do it.
Who's the best singer you ever played, or best rookie that you ever had?
That's tough.
Or are there no good ones?
No, there are good ones. There's typically guys who are talented at one thing or another. It doesn't necessarily have to be singing. When we make, they have rookie talent shows and things like that. But for some reason this year, all of them wanted to sing, and they were all terrible. But in the past, we've had guys go up there and do comedy sketches. We've had guys go up there and dance, sing, and they were actually like legitimately good at what they were doing. This year, I'm glad they're good at football.
You do some other things. What did you do for your rookie year? What did
I think I did. I probably did a sketch with some people, just making fun of like some of our coaches in our weight room. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's really not that hard. There's comedy material all around the building all the time. People just don't pay attention.
Can you sing at all?
A little bit.
So I know it's a cliche question, but what would it mean to this team to go up there and shock some folks? To be a really good team on the road.
It would. It's what we're here for. We're here to do a job, and we prepare to do a job. When we go out there and we find success, it's not a surprise to us. It's something that we've worked for. So, we're just going to continue to dot I's and cross T's, go up there and play solid football, not beat ourselves, and let the dice fall where they may.
Chris?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
obviously you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
What do you think about the challenge that they bring, especially in the running game and I guess all over the field?
They got a nice sound offense. Just old school, smash mouth football. They got two good backs. Really they're good just about every position on the offense. So, it's gonna be a good challenge for us. We're prepared. We had a good week of practice. Coach Smith put together a great plan for us to go out there and succeed. And I have all the faith in our guys, and I think we're gonna go out there and play hard and go try to win this football game.
When you say old school, is it noticeably different the way that they? You mentioned how old school they are.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch them on film, are they noticeably different from some of the other opponents across the league?
Yeah, they're looking to run the ball, and when you have two good running backs of that caliber, that can take it the distance, lower their pads, run behind their pads, but they still have that that top end speed. That's their main source. They're looking to pound the ball and see what type of defense you're made of. So it's a good style offense, and they do it pretty well. They're coached well over there, so we're coached well over here too. So it's going to be a good game, and we're just going to go out there and try to win this road game.
Chris Conley gave us his assessment of the rookie singing "Happy Birthday" to Coach. What is your take on it?
Terrible. No, I'm just playing.
Chris,
yeah, man, it was.
Chris said.
No, it's good that the rookie stood up. Had some fun. Singing for Coach Cully. Coach Cully, he has energy to him that's unmatched. So, wish him a happy 66th birthday. So it was cool.
How much of your career, what's it going to be like if you go back?
Oh man, it's kind of weird, but I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of guys on the team. Just being a part of the organization for 6 years of my career. It's going to be one of those games where I'm going to be hyped. Just ready to go out there and compete and get this win for the Texans.
Are you able to use, you just mentioned that there's some guys on the team that you know, so are you able to use like what you already know they like to do, use that for a defensive strategy?
Just knowing the style of play, certain guys on the offense, I'm used to, how Chubb run, I know how, some other guys play, but, they got a whole different scheme from when I was over there. So, I'm going into it with the preparation of, a team that I never played before. So, that's my mindset is to, take what I've learned on film and take what we practice and just go in with that game and, just go out there and do the best that I can. So, in the past, I played against other guys in practice, but like I said, it's a new scheme, and I haven't been there for 2 years, so I'm just going with the approach like they're new faces.
Do you have a fondest memory of playing there?
Say it again.
Do you have a fondest memory from playing there?
Oh man, you gotta let me think about that. It's a lot of memories.
Lovey was talking about how with the Browns, you basically have to be prepared for everything on all downs. As a linebacker, you fit in the middle there. How do you prepare for something like that? How do you play the play, being ready for almost anything?
You just gotta trust your technique and trust what you've been coached. When there's a lot of moving parts to an offense, or when they're doing a lot of different things, you just gotta trust your fundamentals and trust the technique that you was coached to do. When you get your eyes right, it'll take you to where you're supposed to be. So that's what I fall back on is my technique and my rules.
How do you feel you guys defended play action last week?
Say it again.
How do you feel you guys held up against play action last week? Accents on Cleveland.
Last week was game one. There's some things that we needed to clean up, and we'll see if we can, get that done, and see how it goes this week.
Were you all, being a veteran in this league and having a bunch of veterans in that locker room, is that what helps you all be able to put last week's victory behind you and then move forward on to the next week coming up against Cleveland?
Yeah, we know in the league, things change, and at the end of the day, it was the first game. We want to build from it, but you never want to be too low, you never want to be too high. You kind of want to, just be level-headed and just keep, putting in the work, and you'll get what you want out of it. As much as work you put into it, that's what you're gonna get out of it. So, we don't look and dwell in the past, good or bad. We just got to keep moving forward.
We let it talk yesterday about their tight ends, and kind of how they might use them a little bit differently. What would you say about the challenges that the tight ends present and the way that they move?
You know, they got some good tight ends. You know, the stick out is Austin Hooper and David Njoku, guys that's you know, athletic. They kind of can play like a, you know, glorified receiver. I know David can with, you know, his top end speed. So you know, a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. You know, with you know, just a quick throw, or you know, sometimes the tight end being a bigger body going against DBs. So you know, we know that quarterbacks like to use their tight ends, but you know, we're going to stick to our plan, and like I said, Lovey put together a great plan for us to go out there defensively and do what we got to do.
How do you feel like the linebackers, and I know you said it's just the one game, but how do you feel like y'all did in pass coverage on Sunday, and is there some things that y'all want to clean up from?
There's some players that we left out there that, you know, we wish we can have back, you know, concept-wise, but you know, I think we did okay. You know, just to go out there and to face, you know, a team that was, you know, throwing the ball quite a lot. I think we did okay, but it's always room to improve, and we're not where we want to be.
Appreciate you.
A couple of players have said that David Culley likes to joke around. How would you describe his humor?
Oh, man, you know, he's almost like a comedian for me, man. I get a kick out of our team meetings when he's, you know, talking, you know, making jokes, telling stories. You know, he's a funny guy, but, you know, it's a time to play, and, you know, it's a time to get serious, and when he's serious, he's all about his work.
A couple of people said that he likes to tell stories. Is he telling stories about his past, and what is he talking about?
He's talking about everything, you know, what he's seen in his past, you know, stories that's not even about him, you know, just, you know, stories that he heard, you know, just life experiences, and, you know, he know how to control the room and, you know, make jokes out of anything.
What does that do? What does that do to set the tone of the team?
You know, just keep everybody relaxed, you know, when it's time to be relaxed, and then, like I said, he know, you know, when it's time to be serious, and he know when it's time to just talk about ball. But he also knows that, you know, we're all human, and, you know, you can't be tense and, you know, strict, you know, all through the day. So it's a time where, you know, we have a break and just laugh and, you know, just enjoy one's company.
Justin said on yesterday, he alluded to you have to trust your eyes and you have to stick to your fundamentals. Is that what you all, is that what you have to do from the linebacker position as well, especially when you said earlier how they have so many moving parts on offense?
Yeah, you know, everybody got a certain assignment that they have on defense. You know, it's 11 guys out there, and, you know, we're all trying to play together. So when you do your job and you just, you know, look at your responsibility, what you're supposed to look at, and if all 11 guys are doing that, you know, we'll be in a perfect position to stop a play. So you always got to rely on your fundamentals and go back to your rules and what your eyes is telling you.
I know all y'all's focus is on the ground, but, you know, the short week coming up, is there anything that they've done to kind of help y'all prepare for a quick turnaround?
I don't look forward ahead in the season. You know, the opponent that's right in front of us, that's who I focus on.
Any more?
Thank you.
All right, appreciate y'all.